Blessed morning and welcome to the second edition of Tea Time for this week. We come to you from Women's Voice on TV. And inside today session, we talk on the preparation of salon for the next population and housing census. We all know say the power of itself be done poor Miss Sierra Leone and say get for happen. We go for talk on the plans, the readiness, and of course we're really sitting there for expert. And for second discussion, then we get Fatima Tassise inside the studio in the communication and PR now statistics Sierra Leone as we can talk on that topic. And today's session will begin come to you, meaning na Patricia Caviar.
And Mina Fatima Sabangula.
Today with me for the next 1 hour, you self care the voice and program, send a message on Facebook page and of course with TikTok account. Remember say for the one that we get from Miss South, the repeat broadcast going on our YouTube page. They will do for the next 1 hour. Good morning, Fatima, and welcome to Women's Voice on TV.
All right. Good morning, Patricia.
Good morning.
Fatima.
So for a very long time now, people they don't hear about statistics. People don't hear about the name, but yes, we not say on our official role now for produce national data. But for somebody we go probably watch we for the very first time, and we'll go on for later we waiting on a mandate and why the institution so important in the country.
Yeah, well, for every development, for like you say, we mandate now for give out not just data, but credible, accurate data, which now they mandate, and important because when any investor come to the country, be it in health, be it in rural development or whatsoever, the first thing them we want now for know like the data we are available, whether na Freetown, whether na Bull, whether na anywhere in the country. So in terms of development, accurate data, not just data, accurate data, very important when it comes to national development, and that's the job of statistics for ensure say like available data, accurate data, reliable data, they for anything where anybody can find in this country.
Okay, so we will discuss salon preparedness for the next housing and population and housing census, and we'll get for assess how we the citizen of who self if we ready. But first of all, we go on for know waiting this census particularly they about and why important.
So December 1 last year, the president of Sierra Leone, we launched the census na Bintumani conference, because according to international standards, like you need for launch the census 1 year prior to the actual census. So because the census will we get now December 1 this year 2026, we've been launched December 1st 2025. So the reason why we need for get census now because after every 10 years census need for happen. That's like now the international laws standards it need for happen. So because of that, now that make we dey do this census. And why census need for happen? Because that's an thing where they kind of like outdated, because you know go compare data where we get 5 years ago to data where we get now. Growth they happen na every aspect, every areas na this country, because the population we dey na Freetown like 5 years ago, not to the population we dey now. So like for 10 years ago, the population we been there, not to the same population we go expect now. So now that makes census need for happen, because when you get accurate, reliable data, it will help for guide government in terms of health, in terms of roads, in terms of development, in terms of investment, that make census need for happen. Because when you not get accurate data at a particular time, you're not able for, if you want to go with development, for instance, na Bo, if the data we want use, it was 10 years ago, you're not able for build school, because for instance maybe that same day we been do that census with now in 2015, na been 500 for say na a particular school, na been 500 picking them in the attend that school day. So if we want for go with anything na that school day, for instance, we want go shape books them, we want go shape pencil, sometimes the number of school picking them go don't go na that school day, not to the 500 go day again. So now if we can't do this census here, so we're able for capture the real data of the picking them now we they attend that particular school day. So if investor or whatsoever then development partners then like then council say, hey, we want can dig water well na so village, we want can do this na so village, then they come statistics. We're able for provide for them. Well, this village here so now 1,000 people them now then they did.
Okay.
So whatsoever then they do, then they able for capture those 1,000 people. So that makes sense.
Okay, so for somebody where they hear the word census for the very first time, what it exactly it mean, the word census?
Okay, so census, I don't say like we the one way read the Bible. We then say Jesus, Joseph rather, right? Like he left Bethlehem, was it? I'm not a Christian. He go na in tongue for go take part in a census. So like it's more like collecting, analyzing data like for a particular area. Like you go Freetown, you go Bo, you go na that side, you go count people them na their house them,
Okay.
you collect that data there, you analyze them and then you store them.
Okay.
Yeah, so let me talk about the preparedness of this 2026 census. How una don prepare for them?
Well, this not like we don't start the preparedness because the promise we give Salon people and not that we want this upcoming census for be like the best census Salon don't get, because in these days you need accurate, reliable data, because we are living in a fast-paced driven world right now, and for being able for achieve plenty things then you data need for be accurate now every aspect, every areas. So because of that we promise say we go get the best census in this country, and for that reason we don't dey prepare for so long. And it's not just about the counting this time, because the census always all they do now for just for count mortal man them. This one population and housing, we also they count the houses them now the country. Yeah. So and because of that we don't start from the cartographic mapping way down there now for the housing them, because if you find out if you watch now your community or for you for instance, you go know say like your house there is a marking there where statistics don't go through. So now the end we start from the cartographic mapping, and then we do the pilot census. The pilot census now in kind of like mandatory. Like for every census where you they do, you need for do a pilot census where like na a test.
Okay.
Who say you what you want for achieve, what you want for implement, like the challenges them way you know say you get for face. So like that pilot census now you able for now like a test. So you able for know say like if I get for get challenge so yanda, I get for meet up so obstacle yanda. So we don't do that pilot census day, and what we've been done do that pilot census, we get independent observers them we come, we like then come then can analyze the data what we get from the pilot census, then can evaluate and then do recommendations then from that pilot census the way we do. So like the analyzer then be analyze, evaluate, and the recommendations the way they give from that pilot census that they now so we they put in place for this mock census currently where they go on. So
Okay.
because we get we mock census we right now they go on, but like in a selected areas then the mock census they go on.
Why
And
selected?
because it's not test with a test.
Okay.
You know say we NPSC For
Six
instance, you
work.
so they go with the see then a mock we get. So like it kind of like they prepare you for the main NPSC exam where you they go sit.
Okay.
So like the recommendations that we been get from the pilot sensors, we decide say now we need for do this mock sensors, let we try for tackle then challenges then they. And the side that where we select for do I'm not 6 side and we select for do the mock sensors. We currently it starts Monday na in the mock sensor start. We do it dey happen right now na hill station. It dey happen na western rural where that's na Fabaina chiefdom. It dey happen na Dodoma na Kenema. It dey happen na Panga Cream where that's na Pujeong. It dey happen na Tambaka, I think Karine, and also it dey happen na Fulusaba, I think that's na Falaba. So why we choose the areas them here? So for instance, hill station, then get some side them like then hilltop areas them where like na developing communities them with densely populated right now. And also you get because I mentioned say like not to just people them with the count we also they
Yeah.
do housing and then areas then they because of the densely population we then get you dey find out say maybe one building they get so many people or many structures them way they inside it. So because of the main census where they come, we not go once let the work be difficult for we ears them, we enumerators them. So we choose them side and day because of that densely population area. And for side them like Tambaka, with that's not like Falaba. Have you been to Falaba? Falaba na like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
very
beautiful.
difficult. And
Yeah.
this side where we do this sense, this mock sense also. Na side them we be say na almost like Guinea and are harder to reach areas them because when we choose them selected areas them yeah so we take certain conditions them like side them when we hard for reach like access and also side the way we know say like a network gets for big problem and side the way we know say like also I mentioned for hill station so we densely populated we come to housing problem and this that so we choose certain conditions then and this side back in Pujeong this Panga Karim we do so in our water area so we choose all them conditions there so now when I mock sensors we dey able for test outside we know say challenges dem get for there we get for know how we go tackle am for the main sensors wey dey come so like na all them prepare there next year so now we dey pan do the mock sensors dey pan go on right now and the thing is this sensors wey we dey do na like a digital sensors so which kind of like also for Salonia so we know say like digital it's not that there yet so now
Yes.
that make more we kind of like they prepare ourselves now because like na digital sensors we get for it.
All right, we get for can talk more on that digital area there. But first, public participation now one important role when it comes to census
Yeah.
because I could remember the last census, like the community will be there by then, where una staff then go for work counts. Something they be dey go on. No, no can count me. Oh, I don't know what you now do. Una no even tell me everything and they no, we no want for do anything. They no not count me. Oh. All of them stuff then they. So how una don engage the communities then for let them know say this therefore come up and this therefore happen because mind you wetin the president be say yes na policy statement and not to everybody be agree not to everybody be know say census dey come so how far una don engage with dem community people dem community leaders dem you dey talk this one say una don go na different parts dem for go do this partial census wey una dey do wey dey go on now how una don engage dem community dem dey for make una know how una stand so when it comes to the real census
Then
then
go participate.
yeah.
Okay, so one thing we really prioritize and emphasize now waiting you bring council participation. And we know say for the past census them there is always a problem of participation. And that's now one side I go give credit to Ministry of Information and Civic Education. Like they make sure say statistics is prioritized. Now all the civic series them where then they do. Like all the series them way Ministry of Information and Civic don't do, we did part of them series them dey. And we did make use of the platform. Like really, because there is no greater platform than the Ministry of Information and Civic series what we dey do. So like now one of the major platform then than the what we dey make use of. And also like then there are events them where they happen at Miata conference, like the Labor Day event. These are just events them where we they make use of. They always they invite we for the we participate or we go with the set up we boot. Even the recently public sector events we happen, we were there, then give we boots, like we make use of in terms of civic engagement and all in kinds in it. But Freetown, not to just Sierra Leone, across the country, we get DCOs them, district census officers them, across all the districts them na the country. And we get office them now almost every district na this country. So the DCOs them of this then districts them yeah, so now then they liaise with them community stakeholders them yeah, so like the stakeholders them of them particular districts them wey dem dey. If na Kenema, if na Pujeon, we get dis use them everywhere. And we also dey make sure say like whatsoever activity we get, we dey involve the community stakeholders them first before we go we start the activity. For instance, like what we been get the cartographic mapping, like where then they go for go map the house them, we send we staff them, we field staff them all across the country. If the one go, for instance, now this chiefdom first, then they go, the DCO they go, the principal statistician they go, and also we get the RPOs them, which mean are one of when are the regional publicity officers them, well like then they handle the communication side of things. So like now then first they go, then they go engage them community stakeholders them yeah, be it now the paramount chief, the section chief, the big people them now the community. So then they engage them first, and then stakeholders them yeah, so now then now they kind of like spread the message.
Yeah.
So the people them now then community them yeah, so why this important? Because any sausa you they go, a fine for lay you engage first with the big people them na the community. The relationship where you get with the big people them na this community, now in the determine how far you able for get a successful engagement with the people them where they reside na them communities them they. So in terms of public civic engagement, we really don't make strides. Now that make whenever we can go then civic series them yeah, so when the moderator, whether if na honorable bar or anybody from the ministry, like if you ask them what's in a census slogan, the school picking them everybody know what's in our slogan. This is how much we've done in terms of civic engagement, in terms of participation and all them kinds of thing. And we also they engage the DJs them now them particular communities them they, because all them community then they then gets radio stations them wey be say now basically on community reporting, community radio stations them. And I believe say them community based radio stations then they then get a voice for let them spread the word, because the people of that community they listen more to them community radio stations than they. So we make sure say we get a relationship with every community radio that the districts them, chiefdoms them, for let them help way for amplify the message of census.
All right. Before me call it kind side, make we talk about the relationship still a continue, because how waiting on a relationship with the members of parliament them and then districts then they, because some districts then they, even if una go talk, if the MP not talk, if the MP not say na so na for do, they not they participate. Aleko to una do, aleko to una talk. So waiting on a relationship with them MP then,
Okay, so no just say like,
especially do I know any of the provinces, because fit on you can understand, but do I know any of the provinces, they ask for the route.
Okay, so when you come to that level there, now that make I also the emphasize on waiting the civic series don't do for we. What then can do then civic series, and then they invite everybody, the MPs them both from the opposition and the
The ruling.
sitting, yes, then they invite them. They all they grace, then invent, then they, so like because of that, they, it's face value waiting, then they tell we, they all they accept the census, and we not go any area yet. We feel staff them no report of any area yet outside, and say them go, then they go, and the people of that community, they kind of like reject the census process. So, and also at higher level, we also they engage political parties, which I think also they make them easy for we. And after the pilot census, where we don't do the pilot census, where we don't put together all the data, everything what we will get from the pilot census, we do a technical and advisory committee meeting na Brookfields Hotel. And then they get what will happen until the census, because we want everybody for be informed. The technical and advisory committee, we invite all the political parties, them they all get representatives them na the meeting, and we invite CSOs them representatives, even the University of Salombe get representatives them na that technical and advisory committee meeting day. Like we engage everybody now, that make even this guy from APC Minkailo Koroma, he talk him na AYV on Sunday, say like then they support the census, and also they encourage them people them for let them take part in the census,
Yeah,
because we
because
don't create that room there
because
for
politics can affect
transparency.
Yeah.
Yeah,
census.
because we don't create that room of transparency, like
Okay.
everything wetin we dey do very transparent. So for let somebody like the from the opposition go out and telling people and say, okay, we want Solona take part in the census, we support the census, because of the transparency what we dey deal with. So now that we dey engage everybody from civil society, political parties to grassroots level, everybody we dey engage on this.
Okay, so let me talk about the nationwide cartography we mentioned earlier on, say una don complete. So whose percentage of the census this particular one year they represent?
So on the cartography, I'm not able for can give out actual figures right now,
Okay.
because we not collate,
Okay.
the data are not available yet to the public. So if I can't get anything right now, then it's not accurate.
Okay.
But like when everything is ready, we go find them out to the
But
public.
how important towards the census preparation?
So like cartography get for deal with buildings then, like I say, like for mark buildings and everything. So our cartography important. Now we they look at, I just they make like a general example of waiting they happen like yengema or this,
Yeah.
yenga. So these are the things them like for boundary. So now this cartography they help
Okay.
for starting village them. This cartography they help for you kind of like know the boundaries them between this person in village and this person, or the household this person they get, or this person not to in house. So like now some of the things that now they why like cartography very important.
Okay, so before now the census then we postpone after one independent UN assessment fund, then put then say Sierra Leone no be ready then tell them day. One for know wetin exactly be missing, why then we postpone the census, and why we say this time around we don't get everything intact and we ready now for go through it.
Like that na been digital census we've been they deal with. So like things them like the technology we not be able for get accurate technology for
Okay.
like we able for implement what we want for implements, because when you find out they meet some census even where we been do, that's now one of like the major challenges them, like the technology where we be wants for use, like they not be able, the field the enumerators them, the field staff them not be able to get a hold of the technology where we be wants for use and all them kind stuff then they, and also like of course finance, like we've been tight on finances then kind during them period and day, and there are just so many. case then. Yeah, we plan for address
Yes,
this one here.
because
So
thinking about finance, let me talk about the funding. How available the funding dey this time around? Because I made for understand say the actual budget of the overall census wey una estimate na around 37.5 million US dollar. One for know if the availability of or the realistic part of it. Una see say una get for achieve all of this money for go through with this census. Are we ready?
of course we are ready, and the government of Salon really don't do well in terms of supporting the census.
Okay.
Like we don't get over. Sorry, they don't support we with over $20 million.
Oh, okay.
Yes, for the census. And because that midterm census, like I've been saying, we've been one now that we start the digital census. But like that midterm census, now learn to be more length the tablets them what we been use.
Okay.
But now this census, now we get to loan tablets them what we get for use. So like we don't get over 20 million. We like not so in liquid cash no more, just in liquid cash. So that 20 million are both liquid cash and also the procurement of items them where it come to vehicles, where it come to bike them. Because one thing back where we being the one challenge we've been facing at that midterm census now access to hard areas then like for go na certain locations then now that make the census here so we get bikes then so outside motokano they go bike then they able for go there.
Okay.
So like that cash way governments make available to we inside that 20 million now that we don't get vehicles them now that we don't get bikes them just for to say like every area in this country every corner in this country go be counted.
Okay, so we touch on politics, small gist now, but I just want follow we do a thorough, explanation on that particular area. Over the years, we don't get people we don't say, well, the one way they can't country now because of the one for let the party win. We don't see them political accusation and the. So how then they don't be a challenge and how una plan for it be somehow minimized this time around? You know, it's
Like I say, now that make the biggest one of the biggest achievements that we don't achieve so far. Now, for lady opposition and political parties, them accept the census because it's difficult to like how you don't talk how everything is kind of like politicized in this country, but like that's one of the achievements that we don't get for lady political party them accept the census and support them because we know say some people they only they listen to waiting them people them they tell them.
yes.
And if then people them don't support and accept the census, I believe say if they tell them then safe there is no way then go by them because this is not census not a statistics something. It's a national process. It's a national process way very important. Now you have all the sustainable goals we UN wants for achieve.
Yeah.
And for all these things to be achieved, you need reliable, accurate data. So there is nothing sinister where statistics want do or for say by we want for achieve. What do we want for achieve? Now that's accurate, reliable data day for achieve the sustainable development goals then. So what do we want for achieve now for ensure say when it comes to maternal health, this village here so able for know like waiting they need if na hospital they need. When it comes to road, we go know say this village, this place na Cambia, like Tom calling outside me come up. We need this road here so because also and so people them because farming very important na this place. Or when you go na side like Kenema, we go able for detect say oh Kenema lacking na this place here so when national development they come, when they share money, we go know say na so money for go na Kenema, na so money for go na Pujong, for they able for achieve certain goals them. So there is nothing sinister we want to achieve. This na a national process, na a national something where everybody need for be involved. And we glad it that political parties them they support this one because we don't want for late 2021 repeat itself. Because when we don't do this census here, so this data where we get now here, so that's the data we get for use in the next 10 years, except otherwise. So now that's make we want everybody be involved in this one here, so.
So let me talk about the recruitment area where una go for do for this census. Young people are now they expect majority.
We don't even tire for the press release them. You know, because every now and then we get press
Exactly.
release the way they come out. It's like me, I can tire now for respond. Then say statistics, and I don't begin for recruits, and I don't begin for waiting and
All
call.
of them stop
Like
them.
we always they tackle fake false press releases. So
So how transparent this guy for be?
the recruitment process.
Yeah.
So whenever we want for like at every stage of recruitment where we want for do cartography, when we want for do mock census where we want for do, we send out like recruitment notices so and so like we are looking for recruitment and all that kind of thing and we do with HR office. And then also the qualified people them we dey reach out to them. So like you are qualified for this waiting and call. And for the other districts them and whatsoever now that's make a mention say like we get district census officers then we like then now then districts then they now then kind of like they coordinate for ensure say the recruitment based on merit and also on qualifications. Not to say like na sabi like everything it's out there. It's open. Whenever we want to recruit, we dey send out a notice through the HR office. And also when like we get we qualified people them we send out again through the HR office for the recruitment. And also we dey do am all across the districts them because not to just street or normal because certain side them the way you go there then trust the people them we comot na the community.
Exactly.
Yes, then trust the
Exactly.
people that we comot na the community. So now that make we dey ensure say like if na corner we want for do something na corner na day we dey go for go do that. Like everybody we when any field staff we dey corner na from corner it come out. So because na all about trust. Some man only trust person we come out na inside we then they talk the same language and all that kind of thing like that.
Okay, we want for go for a short commercial break, and when we come back, we will continue the discussion. The program at tea time right here on Women's First Online TV. Let me take this commercial break.
With local commercial bank Syncopa app, it's fast, safe, and reliable.
Tired of standing in the queue? Do all your banking transactions with local Syncopa without leaving your seat.
Fast, safe, and easy.
You can download the app from App Store or Play Store.
Star 919 hash with or without internet.
You can send e-coupon to any mobile number.
Send and receive money instantly.
QR codes. You can take your business digital.
Across banks and mobile money accounts in Sierra Leone. Instant payment across Africa.
So, what are you waiting for? Download the Syncopa app now.
Banking on the go.
The world level digital. Now that's make local commercial bank ready for match up with the world. This is the e-banking department. We get products and services them when you use online. Listen to what we colleague get to say.
The e-banking department responsible for all the electronic products in the bank. One, the ATM machines where you can get cash easily from. The points of sales when are some small terminal where you can do your transaction, where they do online transactions as well, where you can sit on any side now this world and do transactions. Air commercial bank e-banking now the solution to all digital transactions now the country.
For what comes Boku money, not this time. So open inside any local commercial bank today and get you
copper card, your Visa Classic, and proprietary card for making transactions easy. Gonna show you can use the POS and do your transaction easy.
Because as you some of the opportunities then we will commercial bank they provide to everybody. So inside the studio this morning we don't talk about of course this not thing where every Sierra Leonean will look forward to follow you know how it ever happen. Yeah, we don't get some information here on how it ever happen. So let we continue the discussion. So let me talk about public trust. Yes, now something we don't make very clear to we now say una don't fit very hard for let the public trust to now, you know. But let we talk about the independent verification measures we they in place right now for convince the public say the 2026 census get for be very credible.
So, like one of when it comes to the public trust first, the one and also the transparency and all, because now we transparent, now you able for build trust with people then. So because of that transparency, like I said, now that make like we involve everybody in the process. We get to a technical and advisory committee meeting where we get like I think just after we did pilot census done last year, this year now we do the advisory and technical committee meeting at Brookfields Hotel. So like we invite CSOs them, we invite representatives them from the University of Salon, PPRC, SLPP, APC, other political parties and all that kind of stuff then they. So we go update them on waiting they go on and all that kind of thing and they even the mayor of Freetown, Ivona Kisoya was there again input like we consultant because we development partners in all of this now UNFPA we like now then are the development partners and also we get other development partners then like the Embassy of Ireland and all them kind of thing and they so like UNFPA kind of like they handle certain areas then in terms of consultancy and all them kind of thing and they independent observers because when we do the pilot census we come with independent observers then we can kind of like evaluate what we get from the pilot census and also like the recommendations them with the independent observers then they recommend now then so now we they implement now this mock census here so like the independent observers them everybody consultants them everybody been there at that committee meeting day what we been do and at the end of it all like everybody come on board give their own views give their own corrections give their own input and all them kinds of thing and they just for build that's was today and also like when it come because when I mentioned earlier of certain people them we don't know get like that confidence they for talk to anybody we say you know gotten up now somebody else you go begin to ask them certain questions them it will just feel say like you are trying for do something so all that day we get like we confidentiality laws them way bound between staffs them for ensure say whatsoever data information we then get from them people them here so no they use them for any other thing they also get like ID cards them for show say like their statistics staff them and all them kinds in and they so and also like we get real time because like I said this now digital census we get like a dashboard where we for this mock census so they go on so right now we get a dashboard where they now we HQ we kind of like they monitor whatsoever they go on at their selected areas them here so where we they do the mock census so if anybody they do something we not supposed to happen like we they pick them up from the dashboard and we also get like a call center also we go call the supervisor we responsible for them people them they within them particular areas and we tell them say oh this not a this so this person supposed for do and all that kind of thing and they and just kind of like for ensure say like everybody is protected.
Okay.
Nothing out of the ordinary is being done.
Okay, before me call you cancel, you mentioned, I feel like I think say he asked you something on technology. So now let me talk about the areas that we get issues with internet network. What if the technology we una dey use it fail? We for expect accurate data from that particular team they within that area dey.
Okay, so where like one thing first, we dey work with the telcos then. And then two, when then get the tablet. The only side where like the tablet where you need internet for the tablet, like where you want now for upload the information where you don't gather. You want send them now na HQ where it go reflect na the dashboard. Like that's you need internet. And where you go na outside network day, you're able for do that day. But when it come now for enter the information, which I think say you want for know,
Yes.
you don't need internet for that.
Okay.
Like everything they na the tablets, the questionnaires them already they na the tablet. You don't need internet for that day. Like you just the how you they ask what is your name, you just the waiting and call. Where you come now for let you upload now the information where you don't gather na the field, now they you need internet. And then day you can do where you don't do everything what you for do na certain areas them. You can do them later, you upload them na the dashboard.
All right, so let me talk about inclusion. Yeah, na thing we
Talk about what?
inclusion for include everybody.
Yeah.
So in the area of the remote areas, earlier on we discussed for talk about this when I mock sensors when I do so na the remote area then for instance
Yeah.
Falaba.
Now that we target
Now
here,
they wanna
side
target.
away remote, inside internet no there
Yeah.
and all.
Yeah, so what if in the process of entering and now in season, what kind of strategies they don't put in place, and also we want to do this mock sensors now where they go on now. The general census we get for come December. When I go for go the back na that area, the back end continue or na this that's how I don't get from that specific area. They will just say, well, since we're not able to go here again because of the difficulties that we don't get, so we could just use this data now and fill in the blank space.
We cannot sit mock MPSC. You go sit back the selective exam. Eh? We don't sit mock MPSC mock. You don't go sit the
This-
main exam.
People just
Okay,
have
no,
no
that's
confirmation. Then
okay,
they need
so yes.
confirmation.
So why we this mock census not just testing.
Okay.
We know they use this. The only this mock census. It's not about the data. It's more about addressing conditions them what we they expect for face for the main census.
Okay.
Internet, harder to reach areas outside the way it be say na water business, densely populated areas, them way be say sometimes the host them choke and all them kinds of thing. So this one are for just for address conditions and also for fix with technology. Like we know say yeah, so it get for be difficult for lay internet work na ya and all them kind of stuff then they now for just for fix certain conditions. But the data not gets for say bambai we go for the main census we go use mock data for the main census. It's not going to happen.
Okay.
So the main census na dey the real counting day. In fact, what we don't do this mock census, if we still get half seeing the way we need for fix up, we still go fix them up for meet up the main census. But when it comes to the data way we dey collect na this main census, not to data we gets for go into the data we they get from this mock census, also data we get for go into the main census. Now you they talk about Tambaka, where like na the extreme end almost to Guinea yanda first internet business na problem. You get mortal man them they way it be say like they don't even know waiting they happen. Now free on self like they don't even know. And we go na them community them day because we plan for go there for the main census.
Okay.
So we want to know now waiting at the challenges that what we get for face during the main census. Now that make we target them community then they for this mock year. So
All right. So now we can talk about how I go for count the homeless people then. We are already living at the streets, hospital, including disabled people then. How I go for go about that process?
well,
All these days
they all
the
get for be
preparation.
counted. No, they all get for now that make we motto. Now let them continue
Let them continue.
and no one left behind. No one is going to be left behind. So everybody is going to be counted. Whether you're not disabled, whether you're not homeless person, whether you they suffer from whatsoever, this, that, da, 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 da. As long as you sleep, na salon. So the census they start December 1. December 1 na in na the census night. We're very important. It's like the reference night. Then the December 2nd, na in the actual enumeration counts in the start. So that December 1 day, whosoever sleep na salon, December 1. Whether you're a foreigner, whether you're a young baby, homeless, disabled, whosoever sleep na salon December 1, you are going to be counted. As long as you sleep na this country, you are going to be counted. Disabled, homeless, whatsoever, you are going to be counted.
So when in the end?
So we no one get like a particular period, say for say Bamba, it will start December 1, it will end December 30, but like maybe like a period of 2-3 weeks, it will take that time.
Okay, so
But not a public holiday. Everybody can just go about in business. You don't go say, oh, because that census I need for dinner house, then go for can't count me. It doesn't matter. And I just like a normal day and all them kinds of thing, and they just go about the business.
Okay.
You
So what's if the process the kind of officer and count me down and go now back and forth?
Yes, I
no.
know.
So the thing is, now that make I mention about the census night, December 1. Which na in the most important one. Also, wheresoever you sleep. So, for instance, Patricia Kabia, you sleep na na me mama you decide for sleep that day. But like the next day, you left to your mama, you go na this house, you reside. Not to your mama you do, but that December 1 to your mama you sleep, you go waiting and come. So what we people them they go now for go country, then they ask the head of the household, other than sleep now yeah, so December 1. So you mama now na go say Patricia, Fatmata, Memuna, this da 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 da, and then sleep now yeah. So the side usa you sleep, na they then they count you for avoid overcounting. The south side you sleep, na they then they count you. Then where we go to, for instance now, if we go now usa UJ, we go ask you back the same question. Patricia Kabia, usa you sleep December 1.
So for the one that we not going to remember that day.
No,
So,
come on.
so let me say, now my office has sleep December 1, right? Do I mean an old person? I'm not going to remember everything. Then sometimes when I go to me the 20 or the 25 of December. Then I ask me say, who say I sleep December 1? In case I say, me I'm even no self who say I sleep, or I sleep na me host, which of course don't say they are sleep.
So now that make now we
una dey
so now that make now we dey do all them civic engagements them yeah. So dear big member also you sleep December 1.
because if not so that they no go continue.
Yeah, so we want to avoid overcounting. So then kind of thing and now these small thing them here so where they distort the data processing and all them kind of thing. So now that make now we dey do this one. Let people please remember. Outside the sleep December 1, so we go avoid overcounting, which is bad because when there is overcounting, you dey get very wrong numbers, way bad for national development and all them kinds of things. So please, let people let me remember outside the sleep December 1.
Okay.
That's all.
Let me talk about how people can get for be part for help una out for do this counting. If they talk something about, I mean, how the recruitment process get for look like.
The people them
Where una get for take for work with una for do this census.
for do the census.
Yes.
So like I say, we not do right now na the mock census they gone. We not do any recruitment seats for the main census. And when we start for do that recruitment for the main census, we get for take like hundreds of people for that process thing. And when that process starts, we did do like a whole press release everywhere for let people them know say like yes, this is coming from statistics. And earlier we talk about how every now and then there are series of press releases then where they come out where they talk about statistics, they do recruitment. I think the last one we come out talk about they even they ask people them for money, say them for pay for let them take them. So we they pull press release them like dancing and they every now and then for tackle them misinformation and we also kind of like they work now with they try for work with the Ministry of Information and Civic Education because for they able for Fenway how they able for detect misinformation around the census because one thing back we want to avoid now misinformation on social media because we know how social media kind of like it's bulletin like the magic the bullet like things they spread any small misinformation we go out there regarding the census it kind of like they foil the whole thing what we do that make we really want they work with the Ministry of Information where be say not to just no more for tackle fake press release them but for tackle every misinformation regarding the census process and everything.
There is one area we left behind. How una dey go about for count picking them? Now the normal count is it somebody here for produce documents before una count am or una just dey count randomly?
So when we go now every household now the head of the household especially when it comes to the counting now the head of the household now we dey count.
Okay.
So when we go to the papa or the mama for instance we ask you the older na the people them we sleep in this household because I dey insist on
Yes.
the census night when at the December 1. So like now under yonder now the pikin go come up, now the auntie go come up, now the granny go come up, now the everybody go come up. But children are all included in this because again the data now for everybody picking them included inside for that. So everybody can be counted and now the people them not only picking them with the go for the counts now the household, the head of the household now ain't go sell away like the people them waiting at that place there.
Okay.
So let me talk about after we when I don't do the census. Yeah. So when I can get on information them on a data there when it comes to the tally, how or the time frame when Sigalina then we expect the results.
So now that make because when we been they do that papi when a pen and pencil interview like you find them very difficult because now na digital age we did anything way involve pen and paper you get for go to do a manually and all them kinds of things so the process they be long but now we get the dashboard we get the technology even now the dashboard where we get na HQ when they do this mock census like the minutes where they don't complete a certain area where they don't the people them the field staff the way we get na certain area them as then done so it they reflect na the dashboard say they don't complete their areas them here so this is how fast the process they become for they we able for done everything. So now I know I can talk say like I can't hear a time frame say where we don't do the census the data will be available so and so thing but I go assure you say it not go take long than when we been to do the papi because now na computer assisted now we dey do so like it get for be shorter.
Okay.
In case una get any dispute during or over the results wey una get, which independence mechanism dey wey una don put in place Particular one.
We get independent monitors. As right now, even the mock sensors where they go on. So now they we development partner when a UNFPA, like now they handle that side. We get consultant, we get the consultant even based in a HQ, and we get independent monitors, and even this mock sensors where they go on. So right now, we get independent monitors from all across, from NRA, we get from WHO, we get from WFP, World Food Program. Like we get independent monitors them everywhere. Like any outside, now then 6 shift of them here, so outside the mock sensors they go on. So any team get an independent monitor where they monitor the process, where they monitor waiting they go on there. So we get the independent monitors and yeah, so for ensure say like no yuki no happen. And also aside from the independent monitors, we also get independent observers them. We like then they come out when we do the pilot sensors, we get independent observers them. We come out across Africa from Nigeria, Zimbabwe, then can observe the data what we get from the pilot sensors, and also for guide statistics for ensure say like we follow international standards regarding sensors. So all them mechanism here so they in place for ensure say like everything very transparent, nothing no happen, like whatsoever we achieve from the sensors na the right thing, and then people are they in place for ensure say like we know ben and all that.
So somebody they ask me say, FA asked the lady say if this 2026 census if not it affects the general election. Say why the delay? Why now? Because the thing is supposed to happen from last year. So why the delay? If this statement we not to plan on a get for
Statistics
the
not get so
general election.
this one not gets this not get anything for do with, like I say, we are not a developed country. When you dey do census, you always they face challenges then they happen. You get for face technology challenge, you get for face financial challenge, you get for face certain challenges them. So because of that, they always they delay we behind. And this is not the first time Salone don't delay census. Even as early as the 2000s, I think census being supposed to happen 2004, it not happened, but it happened 2005. Because if census, if it need for happen at even pace, if census happened 2014, it need for happen 2024. If it happened 2024, it need for happen 2034. But that's not something will not ever happen na Salo. Not to just this now it don't they happen, even as far back then, because challenges then always they happen where you need for address first before you do census, and because of that we always can be delayed by maybe 1 year and all that kind of thing. Now that make like we census them always stay delayed. It's not because there is an interference where they happen, and this is not the first time it's happening.
Okay, so quick one as time done between now. Some people they complain say, they count them every census, but yet still they lack good hospital and school. So now, as communication person, we want to always send a very convincing message to people. Say let them not tire for be counted. Let them make themselves available and participate.
All right. So like in the development night process, so me to speak now to people then development night process, like they happen fast pace and all that kind of thing in there. So we no need for tire for leading country. Like I say, every day we get investors them where they come na this country. Every day then they born picking them na this country. Every day we get people where they get Belen na this country. Every day we get road them we need developments na this country and all that kind of stuff then they now that's make then the country. So for the past 5-10 years we get so many schools them we don't build. We get so many hospitals that we don't build. We get so many road them we don't construct in this country also. Why that they happen? Because of census. When census they happen, now that's the determine say certain areas them not this they need, certain areas them not this they need, certain areas them not this they need. And because of census, they want it they happen. And just because at that point right now you're not able for get your own benefit of why census will happen. Say like you're not able benefit yet from the census, it doesn't mean say like the next man no benefits yet from census, because that pikin way they na the deepest of village them na Falaba, who side them go build schools them where they attend that school them right now, it don't benefit from the census. So Bele man where it be say a then have one village who say like hospital not being there, but they don't go build hospital there, it don't benefit from the census. So because in you're not able for benefits yet, it doesn't mean say others them no benefits. But like I say, it's a process, development na a process. You yourself benefits will come. So let we just continue for be counted. We take part of the process. When we people them go for go count you, just look normal now for the identification, like the ID cards them, ensure say like now from statistics them come on and allow for like it happen. Like I say, we want for give salon people them like the best census, we go able for give reliable, accurate and credible data. And because not only when you get down there, you they able for really capture your population and also for know within your population need, within the wants and all them kinds of things.
Thank you very, very much. So, the word of the day now, let them come to you.
No one left behind.
No one
Let them
left
count
behind.
you.
So, you got to make yourself available for let them come to you. In name na Fatima Tasisi in the communications and PR na statistics. Right? Leonas, we don't talk everything about what we want to know about this census. We don't mean say we prepare as a country for let we make this happen. Plenty take it to everybody we join me in today's audition. We hope they bring this edition come to you. My name is Patricia Kabia.
And Nina Fatima Sabangura.
I want to wish you a blessed day and tata.